scene. Budding careers, turn to sit around and talk about other careers, judging they peers. Knowledge from niggas who did not contribute to none of this here. Cover my ears, my security, government tier. Yeah.
Don't just Mumble TV, Biggs.
Shotty, back again.
Alright, today we're going to start on a sad note. You probably already know about Fredo Santana and his passing from a fatal seizure. But I didn't know him. Never heard of him before because we live in Jamaica, obviously.
I don't know what type of rap he does, so I won't speak on that.
Yeah, he's a Chicago rapper. He's a cousin of Chief Keef. Hangs with that. So I don't think that he makes super lyrical, conscious music, but I don't know what kind of music he does. But yeah, we heard that he passed from a seizure, and he had problems with kidney and liver because of drugs, and this is a side effect of lean and possibly Xanax. So that was sad. That was sad to me. The whole situation.
People dying is sad, like just and it's even worse when
premature
drugs and
or any premature any way like that other than just natural causes is so sad in general. But something else I wanted to talk about, like, I don't even want to get too far into conspiracy theories and shit like that, but we know that there are white supremacists.
Yeah.
And not saying that they're, like J. Cole mentioned this in another track where he's saying that white people have been getting paid from drugs by some underhanded methods. But he didn't want to get too into it either. What he was saying, basically the essence of what he's saying is, it's illegal to sell drugs. So we're going to slide them some drugs, let them sell it, and then we can lock them up. And because we have free labor, we get penitentiary free labor, we can make money from them after we get them in prison. So we let them sell drugs, we lock them up, and then we make money from them. Because the prison's independent. And not saying that they're providing us with lean to kill us. We could have thought of that ourselves, we don't know. But just saying that there are people who are trying to get rid of us, to control us, to whatever, trying to push their agenda on us. So like, you provide them with fast food, you take care of them in the hospital. A lot of the drugs that we end up have to take because of it, you have to take for the rest of your life. So they sell the drugs for the rest of your life. So it's a big, they find ways to, I don't know, it's not technically a Ponzi scheme, but we use Ponzi scheme for scam. So, you know what I mean? But the problem with us now is we don't know if whatever we're involved in is either somebody trying to push some agenda on us to mess with us, or we're just playing into their hands. So we have to be very careful, like...
It's kind of all tied into one at times. So.
I think both of them is a cycle where we find things and they capitalize, or they push something and we just fall for it.
Yeah.
So we have to be really, really careful to not play into the hands where they're sipping lean,
Sip something.
Yeah, I know that, and these things we need to learn from them too, because it was recent. Little Peep died. We talked about Little Peep dying so recently from drugs. That was an overdose, I think. This wasn't even an overdose. Just
unfortunate that they were saying that probably if he got immediate attention,
after a seizure,
medical attention after the seizure, probably he wouldn't have died. But he was alone apparently, and
that's expected. You're going to be alone a lot of times in your life. So that's really something to think about. Then I hope that can help you to make better decisions or less risky. You know what I mean? And then Kodak Black now, which ties into the same conspiracy theory, like you can't, it's one thing to be involved in illegal activities and you put yourself at risk regardless. And this is because Kodak Black was arrested for violating his parole. But the way he was arrested was because he's someone who's very active on social media. One of the few new young rappers that we really like and appreciate. We don't follow him up in terms of his music, but people that we know that listen to him, we check him out. He's not a mumble rapper. They call most of the rappers that the new kids like with dreads or weird hairstyles, or they call him mumble rapper. He's one of them that isn't. He's really good. You can check him out if you don't like, because it's all bullshit. You can check him out in terms of the new rappers.
Yep.
But he was arrested. He did an Instagram live video. And in the background, apparently he had some of his friends who are felons. That's violating a parole.
So they knew these guys as felons.
Yeah, these guys are felons.
Or non-felons.
Are ex-felons, then, or whatever. And you have weed smoke in the background. Somebody smoking weed, that's violating a parole again, while somebody else was rolling up a joint.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be around drugs. So.
You're not supposed to be around drugs, you're not supposed to be around felons. You're not supposed to be around guns. Apparently they had someone in the background
playing with a gun.
A gun. They had a child there beside the weed smoke. That's again endangering underage person. That's another way to violate a parole. So that's like four parole violations already. When he got arrested, they asked him to put in.
This was, you already stated that it was through via his Instagram live. And
we're going to talk about it more.
In the background.
Yeah, like, we're going to talk about it more, but just to give them all the ways which he did or potentially violated it. Or he did violate his parole. When they came and asked him to put in the code for the safe, there was another gun in there. And not only, you're not supposed to be around guns either. So that's 5.
Was it an illegal gun?
It was a stolen gun. Thanks for bringing.
Stolen gun
and in his safe. And doing all of this.
Well, allegedly stolen. The police ran the test.
I think it's proven now that it's a stolen weapon. And doing all of this already put you at risk. But to be so numb to thinking that Instagram Live is so private, I guess. I don't know what you would be thinking, why you could end up all of this going on and you're so numb to, because if you thought this would happen, you clearly wouldn't do that. But for some reason you didn't think that connection could be made, and that's...
Or probably, I guess he didn't think that anything would be in the background, as in, would be caught or...
Yeah, but that's what I'm... That's how numb, that's how risky, that's how little regard we're showing for... Like, I don't know if it's disrespecting technology, but like, showing somebody all of these things unintentional, like, it's so carefree, that's so reckless, is the word I'm looking for. You're videoing yourself live while all these things in the background, and police showed up while
he was still on live
and locked him up fight. No, they say he's not getting bail or anything. And they're saying like, oh, somebody will just take the... In the usual case, somebody will be like, oh, he's the rich one. So Academic was talking about this. You can check out the Academic video. Saying you can... the people who are working with him or for him, around him, will just take the charge. Because you can't make the breadwinner go down, and that would sink everybody. But in this case, it doesn't matter who takes it, because he violated his parole in 5-6 pounds. So it's a really bad situation in finding himself that he put himself in.
Basically, if somebody else took any rap for any of the shit,
would just
it would
need
be
less
two of
time.
them. And it would just be two of them going down instead of him alone.
It will be at least two of them, or unless Kodak, but that wouldn't. I mean, violating a parole would probably say you can get 5 years for that.
For how many counts?
I don't know, but just saying, they can get 5 years just for that. All the other stuff, if he takes it, he'll probably get 35. You get what I'm saying? So he might still, it might just have to be two of them, but you get the situation. Like even if somebody else takes, it will still probably happen. Somebody else will probably still take it because they need Kodak Black to get out as soon as possible. But he will potentially still have to do time because he violated his parole. So, but yeah, I brought up, I said that this had to do with the same conspiracy.
Irresponsible.
It's so reckless, like doing illegal things puts you in certain situations. Doing them and then recording yourself in a live video. This is not
but
even like...
Fair, he wasn't recording himself doing illegal.
Yeah, but that's why I say it's reckless. That's why I say it's irresponsible. Because like that's why I say you're so
have to be more aware.
Yeah, like really, we're so like I hope people learn from this to like they can. If I'm shooting this now, this isn't live. You won't see it now. If I have a gun in the background, if police come to my house when I see this, I could hide it yesterday. You know what I'm saying? But when it's something live and they can see that they're doing that right now. That's just you can't, and I'm not promoting
even us. Even if you should have had a gun in the background, that wouldn't make it not reckless.
Yeah.
But it's just to show the level of recklessness,
irresponsibility, and that's sad.
Yeah.
But to tie it in, as I said, I brought up that this ties into the same conspiracy. Like this is the definition of playing into the hands. You don't know. We can't say that they created Instagram Live so that people could snitch on themselves. But when these tools are created, you use it. Of course, saying that you think that is only your fans in the comment section or watch. You see 100,000 watching. You don't think that 20 of them are your apps. 20 of them are police.
Couple fake accounts just
chilling and watching. Yeah. And so that again we have to be careful not to partake in the bullshit that's set for us, as well as not to set up ourselves, we have to take the blame for the things that we are doing wrong.
We choose to do a lot of the things that we blame other people for.
And that ties into the lean and the Xanax, but that's kind of different because it's mental health. We're talking about addiction. So you can, and honestly,
and even the reason for doing the drug in the first place, it's not as black and white as just I want to take drugs.
And he specifically talked about why he turned to it because of the violence and stuff in Chicago.
That's
Fredo Santana, he actually talked about it as well as admitted that he's addicted to lean. And that's something that should be commended that he was. We don't know if people around him took the proper measures, probably they did, to try to ensure that alright, he admitted that he needs help, and I'm sure, but you can only do so much.
Yeah, so the person has to want.
Yeah, so we don't know if they did enough, but that honesty though is still lacking in the music too. Everybody's just doing it because it's cool and fun. Nobody's doing it because they are hurting, because they have issues that they can't handle. So that is a part of it to where, again, we can, if you have problems with it, and it's so difficult to, but you should try to at least tell one person who you know cares about it. That you're having, I'm having suicidal thoughts, I can't, leave not fun for me anymore, I just can't stop taking it. Like that would really go a long way, I think.
At least a start.
Yeah, like, so I think we have to be less reckless, we have to be more careful, more aware, first thing first. And we have to be honest and not fall for their traps, as well as put ourselves in their way, just based on recklessness or something like that. But yeah, that's just a lot heavy. So that's my take on, that's our take on that situation, those situations. But so now we're going to talk about Joe Budden and academics.
Buttons.
Joe Buttons and DJ Academics.
AK with the 47.
Mr. Buttons and Mr. 47 being dissed by Drake. They seem to be getting dissed so much. And Joe called it. Joe said that when we're up here talking about this, that, and a third, we're alienating ourselves from. He was talking about it when he was saying that Complex really don't see the value or what they're risking. In terms, there hasn't been a show where people just talk so flat out, can expose anything, and then these guys are up there, and if they think something is trash, they're saying it's trash,
yeah,
and they just flat out.
Them this, them, the other day.
So like,
I know.
But Jake roasted them. Jake, the choco, you like the choco?
I like the choco, so
Chill.
better than I expected.
Oh, Jake.
What's the name of the choco?
Diplomatic immunity.
Yeah, you can definitely check out that Jersey.
He put out the 2-song EP, Scary Hours, 2-song EPs. That's so pretentious. He put out 2 songs. The other one is God's Plan. I haven't heard that yet. We haven't heard that yet, but Diplomatic Immunity is one of those songs that why I listen to Drake. I love the other stuff, but these
these songs
are what I can't do without from Drake.
I can't do without anything from Drake. But that's not the point. This was a really solid track to me. And I got the short guy line.
Some short guys around some tall women. I assume that is kind of academics.
Alright, so yeah, but Buttons, Mr. Buttons, Mr. Joe Budden. Yeah, he got like 3 lines, or he got a couple bars.
Yeah, he got used to be. I got one more thing, making comments when they didn't contribute to this culture. I turned like, I cover my ears.
Oh yeah, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was awesome.
So I got like 2 and Joe got like 2.
I got roasted.
Yeah, he roasted.
Yeah,
them,
he roasted both.
He commented on Joe used to, same thing that Chan said, used to be a part of us, now he's on the other side judging us and and so he can. But the track was amazing, really dope from Jake. People question Jake a lot. This was dope.
That had to be Quinton, come on.
He's not buddies with Quinton anymore, we know that.
For sure?
Yeah, remember when the tracks came out, that the relationship was, because they're not supposed to hear about.
He still wants some tracks, don't want to low.
Jake was
you ain't low,
fire.
Jersey, you ain't low.
Jake was always fire.
You ain't low.
Always fire.
Yeah, poor guys wrote for him.
I don't know if you want us to play the track.
Nah.
So we have copyright.
Yep.
It depends. It's an EP, so it was probably sold, so it might.
I ain't risking this shit for Jersey.
That would be irresponsible. Reckless. A very good video.
They got the part. You like, chill, bro, chill. Wish the best for Kodak.
For sure. And the best for Fredo Santana's family and friends and everybody.
R.I.P.
Yeah, for sure. R.I.P. Fredo, for sure. And Kodak.
You should all the best.
Yeah, and he's such a young, he does so much irresponsible shit. he seems to really want attention, and not in a negative way. He seems to have a lot to say and seems to be such a smart, but I don't know if he probably didn't grow up with his father. I don't know how he...
Don't go.
No, and I can go exactly where I'm going. I'm just saying, you see, like, you know, you can tell that somebody just wants, like, to know that he is accepted or to understand that he has some it seems a lot of times, like, and there's no need for that with him. He's such a talented person, such a smart person with so much to say. You can tell he knows so much.
Yeah, but everybody still wants to feel loved.
Yeah, so that's why I think a lot of his
to
things.
trust somebody, you know?
So that's why I think a lot of his behavior comes from. And that's sad, because I love him. You know what I mean? Like, I think he's a dope rapper and everything. I fuck with him. So, but yeah, so you tell us what you think about everything that we're talking about. But yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah.
Good episode. Informative, serious. Like, comment, share.
Tell a friend. If you haven't hit the notification bell.
Subscribe. And hit the notification. Dilly ding, dilly dong. Hit the bell so you won't miss a video.
Yeah, we need to keep on saying
dilly ding, dilly dong for the notification. Dilly ding, dilly dong. So hit the bell. None of this you have to pay for those who are not YouTube friendly.
Yeah.
You just hit the notification bell, hit the thumbs up for a like. If you disliked it, then I know you didn't dislike it, but just in case.
Yeah.
You hit that, subscribe, the red button at the bottom, dilly ding, dilly dong, there's a notification bell. Yeah. We do this every other day.
Don't just Mumble TV. Biggs, Shatty, out. Biggs, Shatty, out.
In memory with candles is where that energy land you. Protect me from my loved ones, enemies I can handle. If you talking slaughterhouse, please refer to slaughtermouth. Think twice before you blink twice. You gotta